let's continue with the discussion. Okay, we completed 3 points. What are the 3 points? Price of the commodity and price of the related commodity, and the last one is what? Okay, it is disposable income. Okay, now let us come to tastes and preferences. So, tastes and preferences. The demand of a particular good or service depends upon the tastes and preferences of the people. Okay, tastes and preferences of the persons. Okay, so it is so simple point. In fact, as you all know, if something I like, okay, I go there and I buy even if it is high price. Okay, say imagine if I like iPhone, okay, and I will pay more money to buy that particular product. Okay, in fact, similar kind of mobile phones may be available at 25 to 30,000 rupees. I will pay something extra and I will get that one or get that particular product. Okay, this is called as what? It creates the demand for a particular product. Okay, so price is one factor, but even tastes and preferences also will be considered while we determine the demand for a particular product. Okay, tastes and preferences, as you all know. Okay, this is the technology driven era where more technology, when it is there, higher will be the demand. Okay, old technology goods are out of stock now, out of demand now. New technologies will be now, new fashionable clothes or technology based gadgets, etc., will be highly demanded nowadays. Okay, so people will get that satisfaction. Okay, will get that satisfaction if they buy according to their tastes and preferences. Tastes and preferences. Okay, this is called satisfaction. In our economics term, it is called as utility. Okay, utility. One should get some utility, one should get some satisfaction when they buy the according to their tastes and preferences. Okay, and this utility one will get because of some external factors. Say example, external factors that can influence the utility of a person. Okay, so there are 4. Demonstration effect. Okay, demonstration effect. Veblen effect. Okay, snob effect and bandwagon effect. Okay, there are 4 kinds of external effects that can influence the utility of a particular person. Sir, what comes under demonstration effect? What is called as demonstration effect? It is nothing but say it is a small kind of jealous feeling, or in fact we cannot call it as jealous. Okay, like I'll take one example. If your friend is having a mobile phone, okay, you are just a 12th class student and your friend is using a mobile phone, and what you exactly feel is, if he can hold that particular mobile, why can't I be holding the same? Okay, if he can purchase that mobile, why can't I be purchasing the same? Okay, so this is called a demonstration effect. You will be affected by someone. Okay, so some other person is holding something and you feel that you too shall hold the same. Okay, purchase the same. This is called as what? Demonstration effect. Okay, and I'll explain in detail while I open the book. Not in detail, in fact, I'll highlight some words. Okay, those are very much important. Let me just highlight few things whatever happened till now. See, demonstration effect, bandwagon effect, Veblen effect, snob effect. Okay, now demonstration effect is nothing but what? The desire of people to emulate the consumption behavior of others. The consumption behavior of others. If others can hold, why can't I? If others can use, why can't I? If they can consume, why can't I? Okay, this feeling is called as what? Demonstration effect. In other words, people buy or have things because they see that other people are able to have them. Other people are able to have them. Very beautiful language. Okay, for example, an individual's demand for cell phone may be affected by his seeing a new model of cell phone in his neighbors or friend's house. Either because he likes what he sees, or because he figures out that if his neighbor or friend can have it, he too can. Okay, if his neighbor is having the same, then he too can have the same. This is the feeling which is called as what? Demonstration effect. Demonstration effect. Okay, let us now continue and understand the bandwagon effect. What is called as bandwagon? Bandwagon is nothing but, okay, we try to imitate someone with whom we want to just associate with. Say for example, we admire someone, cinema heroine or heroes, okay, whatever, okay, they wear, we try to wear the same. We try to imitate them, okay, we try to imitate them. So these people are called as influencers, okay. If they do something, all the people follow them, okay. This is called as bandwagon effect. This is called as what? Bandwagon effect. Let me highlight that also now. Okay, let me highlight the bandwagon also now. See, bandwagon effect refers to extent of which demand for the commodity is increased. Demand is increased due to the fact that others are also consuming the same. It represents the desire of the people to purchase a commodity in order to be fashionable or stylish, or to conform to the people they wish to be associated with. Okay, so what is the word they used? Conform to the people. We try to imitate. Okay, some people are doing the same. Okay, so we want to just imitate them. We want to just conform, okay, our products with them. Okay, we try to just imitate them. This is called as what? Bandwagon effect. I hope you're all getting the point. Bandwagon effect. Let us talk about snob effect. Okay, third one is what? Snob. Okay, what is snob effect? Snob effect is nothing but, okay, we try to be different from others. Okay, if some people are holding Android, okay, Android mobile phones, I try to be different from them and I may go for any other kind of software. Okay, I may go for iOS or I may go for Windows phone. Okay, I just want to be separated from them. Okay, so I just don't like to be in a common herd, okay, common group of people. I just want to separate myself from them. That is called as what? Snob effect. That's called as snob effect. Beautiful point again. Okay, and then come to Veblen effect. Before I go to Veblen effect, let me highlight this also. Snob effect, we refer to snob effect. By snob effect, we refer to the extent to which demand of the consumer goods is decreasing owing to the fact that others are also consuming the same. See, I don't buy a good if some other people are holding doing the same. Okay, so I will buy some other product which is not purchased by anyone. Okay, anyone else. Okay, this is called as what? Snob effect. See, this represents desire of the people to be exclusive. They want to be exclusive, to be different from others, to disassociate themselves from the common herd. To disassociate themselves from the common herd. The word is called as what? Common herd. For example, when a product becomes common among all, some people decrease or altogether stop its consumption. Altogether stop its consumption. Okay, so generally this kind of attitude people possess, in fact. Okay, even when I purchased my first motorcycle, what happened? Okay, everyone, they used to generally purchase a vehicle called Bajaj, okay, Pulsar, etc. Okay, Bajaj Pulsar, in fact, where at that point of time I tried to purchase okay, KTM, okay, KTM Duke. Okay, so what is this called? It is called snob effect. So my conclusion for that is, okay, when everyone is using Bajaj Pulsar, then why should I go and join in that common herd? I'll be different. I'll go and buy some other company. So this is called as what? Snob effect. Okay. So exactly the differences are highlighted here. Okay. You take some time and read. So easy. So easy. Take 2 minutes time and read. See here, example for snob effect. If Miss X and Miss Y are rich rivals, okay, are rich rivals. Generally, this kind of attitude will be there for rich people. Okay, so of each other, and if in any if any party Miss X wears an expensive dress, and on seeing it Miss Y, who also having the same dress, decided to reject the use of the same dress further. Okay, decided to reject the use of same dress further, because X has already used it. Rather, Miss Y will try to use even more expensive one. Okay, just by looking into this sentence, we can have one conclusion that snob effect is applicable for whom? Rich people. Okay, rich people. Generally, rich people possess this kind of attitude. Okay, now let us talk about Veblen effect. Okay, so last effect, it is called as what? Veblen effect. What is Veblen now? It is also applicable for rich people only. Okay, all these people are status seeking people. They always believe status seeking people, and they always believe what? High priced goods. If they can buy, they can project themselves as different from others, and that status will be maintained. They feel high priced goods can give the status. Okay, these people are status seeking persons. Let us read. Let's read Veblen effect also. Easy, easy. Okay, so this is high priced goods are consumed by status seeking rich people to satisfy their need of conspicuous consumption. Okay, conspicuous means visible consumption. People can notice us. If we use 4 crore rupees Benz car, people will notice us. Okay, that status we can maintain just by buying such kind of goods. This is called conspicuous consumption. Okay, this is called Veblen effect, named after the American economist Thorstein Veblen. For example, expensive cars and jewels. Okay, jewelry. The distinction between snob effect and the Veblen effect is that former is the function of consumption. Okay, consumption of others. Okay, consumption of others, and later is the function of price. Okay, what is the difference between snob and Veblen? So snob, it is also applicable for rich people. Veblen is also applicable for rich people. But what is the difference between these two? Snob considers the usage of the goods by other people also. If they use, I don't use. This is called snob. Okay, what is Veblen? We always go and focus on those goods which are highly priced. Those goods which are highly priced, because we just want to show the status to public. We want to be noticed. So this is called as what? Veblen. We conclude that people have tastes and preferences, and these do change, sometimes due to external and sometimes due to internal causes, and influence the demand. So easy point. Okay, simple. So all the 4 effects I considered while understanding what? While understanding the utility of a particular person in his tastes and preferences. What are the 4? Demonstration effect, second one bandwagon effect, third one it is what? Snob effect, and fourth one is Veblen. Demonstration. Okay, if he is buying the same, why can't I be buying the same? Okay, if he is buying cell phone, why can't I be the person who can buy? Okay, point number 2, bandwagon effect. We always try to confirm with people with whom we just want to associate with them. Okay, so if they are doing, we too will also do. We too will also do. We try to imitate them. We try to follow them. Okay, this is point number 2. Come to point number 3. What is 3? Snob effect. Okay, we try to separate us, okay, from others. If others are using, I don't like to go and use the same. I want to be different from others. This is point number 3. What is point number 4? Veblen effect. What is Veblen? Veblen, okay, high priced goods are purchased by the people so that they can show, okay, they will project themselves as rich people. Okay, status seeking persons. Okay, with this I completed the 4th point, tastes and preferences. Okay, next one, it is consumers expectation. So simple. Okay, demand of a particular product depends upon consumer expectation. Let me take one example. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, okay, petrol price is going up for another 5 rupees. If this is the news you have, your expectation is what? From tomorrow the price will go up. What will you do today? Okay, you immediately go to the fuel station and you'll fill up your tank. Okay, your vehicle's tank. Okay, fuel tank. Okay, done. So this is what? Future expectation is influencing the demand of the petrol or not? Yes, 100%. So in case, okay, let us talk about this. So consumers expectation regarding future price, income, supply conditions, etc. influence the current demand. Future prices will influence what? Current demand. If the consumer expect increase in the further prices, increase in the demand or shortage in the supply, okay, from tomorrow there is huge shortage of supply of, okay, onions in the market, then what will you do today? You go and buy, okay, for next 15 days today itself. Okay, more quantities will be demanded immediately. So current demand is expected because of lack of supply in future. Expectation that lack of supply, okay, and even increase in the price, okay, and even increase in the income. Okay, in future the people's income will become more. If this is your expectation, your quantity demanded will also be increased. Okay, and hence if they expect a fall in price or fall in income, they will postpone their purchases of non-essential commodities, and therefore current demand for them will fail. Current demand for them will fall. Okay, current demand will be affected. Increase or decrease depends upon what? Consumer expectation. Okay, and there are other factors also which can influence the demand. So small issues only. Okay, size of the population. You tell me, consider a country, okay, consider a small country like Nepal, okay, and consider a country like India, okay, where the demand for the goods and services will be more. Obviously it is India, because as the people are more, the demand for the goods and services will be more, and this is called size of population. Okay, and when and even this population mix, rich people will be there, poor people, middle class, and for each and every section or class of people there will be particular goods which are directed to, which are meant for. Okay, and hence all the goods at all the prices will have demand in a country like India, China, etc. Okay, age distribution of population. Second one, age distribution. Okay, when the population is there, different age groups will also be there. Okay, for old age people we have the demand for medicines, specs, walking sticks, etc. Okay, for young people, sports equipment, okay, sports equipment, books, or okay, clothes, fashionable clothes, etc. will be demanded when there are, okay, when there is young people who is there in the country. Okay, and hence the age distribution of the people will also affect the demand for certain products. So it depends upon the section of class of people depending upon the age, based on age I'm talking about. Okay, this is point number B. Small examples are given here, you can just read. Okay, I'm already covering. Okay, in case if it is young people, maybe demand for toys, children, in case of children, demand for toys and baby foods, toffees, etc. will be more. Okay, done. Next one, point number C, the level of national income and its distribution. Okay, I already told you when I was talking about macroeconomics. Okay, the national income when it is more. Okay, the national income, what is called national income? For the time being, imagine the income of all the people put together, it gives you national income. For the time being only. Later we will discuss all the things in chapter number 6 in fact. Okay, for the time being, national income means what? All people's income when put together, imagine it as national income. Okay, now you tell me, if that income is more, people will have the purchasing power to buy goods and services, and hence it will give you demand for the goods. Okay, and hence it is called as what? Level of national income and its distribution. So what is called distribution? Okay, in a particular nation, the people are divided into different classes. Okay, rich people, poor people, middle class, etc. Okay, and there are some goods which are meant for rich, there are some goods which are meant for poor, there are some goods which are meant for middle class. Okay, so for rich people we target costly cars, imagine costly cars. For middle class we target medium range cars. Okay, and for poor people there won't be any car. Motorcycles will be the best choice for them. Okay, and this national income, as it is evenly distributed, okay, and as it is evenly distributed, then the demand for the products which are directed for them will also be evenly there. However, there may be some cases where poor people are too, okay, big in proportion when compared to rich people, and hence consumption of goods which are meant for poor people, the demand for those goods will be more. Okay, as the consumption of goods which are meant for poor people it is more, the demand for those goods also will be more, and that will happen, and it is also to be considered. What is that? Level of national income and its distribution. Okay, okay. If in a country rich people are only less people, okay, rich people are what? Very less, and poor people and middle class people they are too high. Then the proportion of goods which are meant for poor and middle class, the demand for those goods will be high compared to rich people goods. Okay, so that is what it is given. If the distribution of income, see here, let me read. The level of national income is the crucial determinant of market demand. Higher the national income, higher will be the demand. That's what I am saying. Okay, the wealth of the country may be unevenly distributed. Okay, the wealth of the nation may be distributed for poor people more, okay, and rich people less. Okay, so that there are very few rich people while the majority is very poor, and then under such conditions the propensity to consume of the country will be relatively less because poor people are more, the demand for the goods will come down. Okay, because the propensity to consume, okay, come. Consequently, the demand for the consumer goods will be comparatively less because people are not having much money, and hence the demand for the consumer goods will be comparatively less. If the distribution of income is more equal, okay, the propensity to consume of the control as a whole will be relatively high, indicating higher demand for the goods. Okay, so simple. What is called propensity? Okay, the portion, the number of people who are considered as rich if it is less, and number of people who are considered as poor if it is more. Okay, then generally in an aggregate the demand for the goods and services in a country will come down because people are not having the money. More people are not having the money, less people are having the money, and hence less demand will be there for those goods. Okay, I hope you are all getting the point clear. And then consumer credit facilities and interest rates. Next one. What is consumer credit facilities and interest rate? Say if I go to a particular shop to buy a good, okay, imagine they said it is 50,000. They said it is what? 50,000 rupees. I have only 15,000. I have only 18,000 rupees. Imagine 18,000 rupees. So with the amount of 18,000 rupees, can I buy that particular product? Is it yes or no? It is 100% no. Okay, just by holding 18,000 rupees, how can you buy the good which is worth of 50,000? It's not possible. Okay, and hence, okay, there may be a facility called credit facility. There will be one finance option called as Bajaj Finance. Imagine, example, Bajaj Finance. They just give you a loan to purchase the product. Okay, 50,000 rupees worth of product will be given to you at a down payment of only 18,000. Only 18,000. Rest, okay, 32,000 rupees shall be paid on installment basis along with interest. If this facility is given to you, okay, you will be tempted and you will purchase that good, and hence the demand is created for that good. So goods will get the demand if the credit facilities are there. Okay, if the interest rates are very less. Recently I purchased a laptop. Okay, the laptop worth is 1,40,000 rupees. Recently, very recently, in the last month only I purchased one. Not even last month, just 15 days back I purchased a laptop. It is 1,40,000 rupees. Okay, in an offer I got it at 1 lakh. Okay, in an offer I got it at 1 lakh. However, I had only 10,000 rupees to buy. Only 10,000 rupees down payment I can make. Rest all the money I am not having. Okay, maybe in the next month, okay, after getting my salary I can pay that. Okay, right now I have only 10,000 rupees. What I did, okay, just 10,000 rupees I paid. Okay, remaining 90,000 rupees, it is the credit facility I availed. Okay, do you believe me or not, 90,000 rupees is given free of interest to me, and hence I don't need to pay any interest. 90,000 rupees 9 months per month. Okay, 10,000 rupees I just need to pay without paying any interest. Is it good or not? So when the interest rates are not there, when the credit facilities are available, people go and buy goods. It creates the demand for the goods or services. Okay, clear? Easy? Low rates of interest will encourage the people. If the interest is zero, then I'll go and buy how many goods? The worth of 1 lakh laptop. worth of 1 lakh laptop. Okay, and then last one, government policies. Okay, in a country, the government will implement lot of policies. Say imagine, okay, I am getting 1 lakh rupees salary, 1 lakh rupees salary. Okay, in that the government is charging 50% tax rate. Okay, what is the amount I am still holding? 50,000. Okay, out of this 50,000 I need to pay, okay, I need to pay house rent, I need to pay for car petrol, I need to pay for car installment, I need to pay for laptop installment, I need to pay for my children school fees. Okay, so sometimes I need to go for a movie, and all the expenditure shall be there from only 50,000. Is it really possible? Okay, only house EMI itself it takes 35,000 rupees minimum. Okay, how can you spend much money on the remaining aspects? No, not possible. And hence taxation policy of a particular country will indirectly affect the demand of the goods. Okay, once I pay 50% of my income as tax, I'll be left with only 50,000 rupees, where I need to forego lot of other goods. Okay, I hope you will get the point. See, the government influence the demand through its taxation, purchases, expenditure, subsidy policies, etc. Okay, the government is going to give you some subsidy, then people go and buy the goods. Okay, lot of solar system of power, solar system, government is giving some subsidy, and people are now starting to purchase this solar system. Okay, in coming future, electricity, okay, won't be there. We completely depend upon solar systems, maybe in few years. Okay, and the government policy on banning some goods, government may ban consumption of alcohol, consumption of tobacco. Okay, the government's policy is like that, and hence the demand for the tobacco or alcohol will come down, and hence government policies and regulations that will influence what? That will influence the demand of goods or services. Okay, many other things are also there. Weather conditions. Okay, so in the month in summer we do have the demand for cement. In winter we don't have that particular demand for cement, because as it is not winter, it is rainy season. In rainy season generally constructions doesn't take place, construction activity doesn't take place, and what may be the reason? Weather conditions, business conditions, stage of business cycle. You already know expansion, peak, contraction, okay, and depression. Okay, in which business cycle the country is running, and it influences the demand of the good. And marital status, levels of the education, socio-economic class, many other things are there, habits of the consumer. Okay, all these will affect the demand of goods and services in a particular country. Okay, I hope you are all getting the point clear. And with this I completed determinants of demand. Easy. A big question we completed. Okay, in the next session we'll be having discussion on the demand function, and we'll have some beautiful graphs also to understand this demand, okay, in detail. Done? Okay, we'll meet in the next class. Thank you. Bye bye.